when I finished Black Snake's Path, my agent, who was with the Writers' House in New York, said, "You've done all this research, and why don't you do the straight history then?" And at first I was reluctant because I don't like to repeat myself. But I also had learned that even though we talked about how seriously I take writing historical fiction, historians don't necessarily take historical fiction very seriously. And so I thought, well, let's do the real history. And it turned out that I could indeed do that. I'm a history major in college. I have a PhD in American Studies. So unlike most novelists, I'm actually trained to be a professional historian if I want to be. And so I built on the research I'd done for the novel. Fortunately, a lot of it was now on computer, so I didn't have to revisit all those 33 archives. And so I wrote the full history with maps and index and bibliography and elaborate footnotes, etc. And I sent it out to the University of Oklahoma Press, which is probably the best press in the country for Native American material. And they jumped at it. So I didn't have to go through the usual, try this, try that. So they took it right away. It came out in 2015. It won 2 Spur Awards from the Western Writers of America for the best historical nonfiction book and the best first nonfiction book. I'm in my 70s, so it's strange to have a first book, but this is my first actual straight history book. It was also a finalist for the Ohio Anna Award, losing out to David McCullough's The Wright Brothers, and it was a finalist for the Midwest History Association Award as well. So it's got very rave reviews and so forth. So I may be learning in my 70s I'm a better historian than a novelist. I don't think so, but what I think is that as a novelist I could write really good narrative history. And so I think this is a better written history book than most, and it's as well researched as most. And so I think it really captures that same time period we're speaking about, the Old Northwest, as it was called, Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, Wisconsin, Minnesota. During that period, 1770, 1812, it captures that in a way that straight historians, but also the general reader, can really appreciate, because I did write narrative history, which does stress storytelling, but storytelling within the context of what actually happened.